Welcome to Ken Craft Company, Toledo, Ohio's family-owned woodworkers candy store. Owners and father and son team Ken and Tracy are ready for any project that comes their way. Today we'll show you how to make this really cool Ohio-shaped table. We'll do some patriotic wood carving with artist Joshua Drawn, and we'll find out what the heck is a push stick anyway. All that and more on this episode of 419 by Design.
Hey, how's it going? That's really cool.
My name is Josh Drawn. I work as an attorney during the day, and at night I'm a woodworker. I like to make flags. This particular project is going to be a 7-foot flag with white ash and Fanuc glued together to make quite a big, heavy piece. Yeah, I made this flag from some of the wood I bought from you guys, and I've got a huge one that I need you to help me glue up.
Okay. Wow, those are heavy.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You carved all this by hand?
Yeah, I used some special carving tools, and I'm going to be needing your help with gluing this one at the seam here. I glued up the bottom part and the top part.
Okay.
I need the two put together. It's
okay. And right now it's
quite
flat.
big.
It's not carved at all.
Right, yeah.
It's just
not
flat.
Not carved yet.
So it's 7 foot, you said, this way?
Yep, about 42, 44 inches.
42. Well,
Top
that
to
should
bottom.
fit in our clamps. I think we got 44 inches.
Okay.
And it's just one seam right there.
Yep.
Yeah, let's bring it in a cart and see what we can do. I think we can glue it up.
All right.
Should be good. This is going to be huge.
It's a beast.
Compared to the small one,
Yeah.
this thing is going to be way heavy.
A lot of work. Probably take about 10 hours to carve, about 100 hours of sand.
So I had this idea I saw online. It was a table the shape of Texas with hairpin legs. So we're in Ohio, so I thought, let's make one of Ohio. So I did some layouts of Ohio. I have a larger layout, a smaller layout. Kind of like the smaller one. It's a little more table size versus the bigger size. So that's the one I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna use some rustic maple for the top. We're gonna pull up some pieces, rip up all the edges so we have nice straight glue lines on them. Take them over, run them through our glue roller, clamp it all up, make a nice rectangle. We'll run it through a wide belt sander so it's nice and smooth. I won't have to do a whole lot of work to the surface afterwards. We'll take it up, put it on the CNC machine. We've got the shape, I got it right here, I got it all saved. We'll cut it all out, route a little bit around the edges, and then mount up some hairpin legs and see how it looks. Let's go. So I have my rustic maple boards pulled out. I really like using rustic maple. I love the white and black contrast. Plus it's kind of a current trend right now, the rustic look. So I really like this maple. So I pulled out some boards. These I think are gonna work great for our little table. My first step is to cut them in half because our tables basically are gonna be 30 by 30. These are 8 feet long, so I'm gonna cut them all in half before I work on all the edges because it's easier to straighten out these boards as they are shorter than they are longer. If this was real long and I try to cut straight edges on it, it's gonna be real narrow. So if I cut them in half, I'm gonna save some width and I'll maximize my yield on the material, won't waste as much, save a little bit of money. So I'm gonna cut them all in half. I got my radial arm saw here. It's nice and wide. I can cut them all at one time. We're ready to go. Got my glasses on, put my earplugs in, and we'll make this cut. Okay, we got them all cut. We're gonna head over to the radial arm saw or the rip saw and make our cuts on the edges so we can get it all glued together. So I got all my boards cut in half. Now we need to cut the edges so we can glue it together. This machine here, it's a straight line rip saw. It's gonna give us a straight edge on our board, and there's a laser. That's my saw line. That's gonna show me where the blade's gonna go. So if I line up this edge and I put that laser right along this edge, it's gonna pull it straight. The idea of a straight line rip saw, it's a straight and I have a line, just what it says. The second part of this saw is the fence. I can cut my straight edge, measure my narrowest point, move my fence, parallel rip, just like on a table saw, and I can cut all my blanks. I'll have perfect glue edges to glue it all together. So we're gonna rip all these edges, we're gonna do it all twice. Turn it on, the chain's driving. I line up my edge and just pulls it right through. So now I have my straight edge. I bring it back to my dimension I need. It's around 4.5 inches. Run it again. I now have 2 nice parallel edges. And I'll do that to all these pieces. I just got to check each one because they're all, I'm just using random width boards. This one here with this bad edge on it, I'm going to put that to the very outside of my glue up because when I cut out my shape of Ohio, I'm not going to be out here anyway. So this is good. So we got our boards all ripped up. We're now running through this glue roller again. And we do the first edge on that first piece and then all the boards in between. We do both edges. That's it. We let it dry and then we take it to the wide belt sander.
All right, would-be woodworkers, can you guess what kind of wood this is? Is it A, striped maple, B, birch, or C, marble wood? The answer to that after the break, and we'll continue on with these projects right here on 419 by Design.